and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, the Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. You look at this Niner defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and to be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Taken in at the 11. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going to. Different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they'll get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Purdy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Purdy. Open man is Duvernay.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Purdy.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
We're scoreless after 1. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run this with Akers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. Purdy looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A nice carry by Akers, and what a journey it was for him last season. Coming off of injury, away from the team for a while, he did come back later in the season and led them with almost 800 yards. Still scratching the surface of what he can do.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Purdy's throw is on target to Duvernay.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
On first down, Stafford here. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Stafford now to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A final shot before the break, Stafford. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Stafford.
And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Feverishly making their final plans for the second half.
One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the
Jonathan
call,
let's kick it back
Take it away, Coach.
To Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tashaun Gibson.
And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That's complete left side to Gray.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At their 48-yard line.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners get a bit closer. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Atwell now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
21.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hurry.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Akers back-to-back catches. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stop down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it's caught. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to throw, Purdy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got...
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Yard, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll set up the screen to Vaughn.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They run with a rookie from K-State, Deuce Vaughn. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, it's Vaughn. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. And that's complete to his running back, Vaughn. He'll
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Purdy, big 4th down play.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Stay 50.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football.